This podcast is brought to you by BetterHelp Online Therapy, my friends. Get unstuck with BetterHelp. Learn more and save 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/genius. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/genius.
I said, your nose is so big, it looks like you could smell trouble with that thing. Oh. Right? Oh. That's all I said.
Oh.
And I was like, Singa. All right? I got her. Yeah. Suddenly, I go back to her page. I'm blocked. And I'm like, what? Why? Why am I blocked?
You're about to be like, how many likes did this comment get?
Well, this is what happened. So we have reconciled since, and she apologized to me. She said she just was a little sensitive about it because in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Genius Brain Podcast.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah. How about you shut the fuck up so I can introduce you? You don't introduce yourself.
Introduce yourself.
We're going to have to redo that whole thing, all right?
My bad.
In 5, okay, you know what? You fucking ruined everything. Here we go. We have Jason Cheny.
I was just excited to be on your podcast.
Yeah, I could tell you fucking blew your load before anything happened.
I'm sorry. I blew my load.
Redo the introduction, but like how you would do it. If it was your podcast.
Okay, you do it.
Okay.
Yeah, how would you do it?
In 6, 5, 4, 3,
He's one up
2.
to you, dude.
Hold on. Let me do my thing. I want to introduce you.
I just like that you had to add one number to it. Go ahead.
7, 6,
Oh my God.
5, 4, 1. Welcome, everybody, for another episode of the Genius Brain Podcast. We have your amazing host, Jumbi Matcha owner, David So.
The crowd goes wild.
I've never had suicidal ideations until now.
Ideations, bro. This guy goes to therapy.
That's right, baby. Let's go, dog. Now we have fucking Nick the Ear, the Just Kidding News cast member, officially brought into the group of JK News, dude. Let's go.
It's just because they didn't have anybody else. Just
Nick
like
Dunn.
hey, just like why I'm here today, because Pat couldn't make it, dude. Pat couldn't make it. We love you, Pat.
We love Pat.
We how about we just do all 4 of us one day?
We would, but then when we do it here, I don't know how editing 4 audios is a bitch.
Oh, is it?
We got to do that at the studio for the 4 people one.
Shout out to Robin, dude. We're gonna kick it with Robin.
That's Robin with the fat ass. You guys know who she is, dude.
Hi,
that
Robin.
booty looked like a letter P.
Oh shit!
What have you been up to, you fucking idiot?
I'm talking to you. You, me or him?
Him first, you next, dummy.
Okay, there's a lot of hostility right now and a lot of touching. I'm a little bit sensory overload right now because I was really excited, but I just been I've been
You take longer.
I'm
to
doing
answer.
stuff.
For real, dog, you're not being interrogated.
I've been doing stand-up comedy, and I've been with my wife, and mostly. I didn't prepare any material. I thought you was gonna say some stuff, and Nick say some stuff, and I say some
Dude,
stuff.
It's a simple question of like, what's up with you? And
You know
then
what I
fucking
dislike
fumbled
about you
that
the
one.
fucking most, dude? Let me tell you what I dislike
Why
about
do you
this
gotta
guy.
start with dislikes?
When he's on this podcast, right, or whenever he comes on JK News, he just sounds like the sweetest guy ever. If I showed you the messages that this man sends me, it is so offensive, dude.
Yeah.
Every now and then, I'll just get a random message. He goes, "Hey, what are you doing, David? You want to get something to eat and have your 4th dinner of the night?" I'm like,
He didn't say that, bro. Did he say that?
Yes, he did.
This sweet boy said that?
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Hey, people,
Why are you fat shaming, bro?
I'm not fat shaming her. Some people like to have small meals in increments.
No. He goes, "Hey, we should get dinner sometime if you're done with your 17th meal of the day." And I'm like,
Oh, like a bodybuilder. That's what you
Like
mean.
a bodybuilder.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I'm saying.
No.
Like it's depending on what you
Hey,
eat.
was
I'm
on
just
a
sitting
fitness
here at
journey,
home
bro.
reading my Bible. You know, I'm over here speaking in tongues.
Reading my Bible.
I'm just like, dude, what the fuck, man?
You've been skinny though, man.
No, shut the fuck
You
up.
running a lot.
David's skinny, bro.
Yeah, man. David's been
Sometimes
skinny,
I can't
dude.
recognize you on Instagram. Like when you post a story, I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? And I'm like,
tell
oh,
you
it's just
something,
David.
But
man.
you slip back though. Do you slip back? Like
all the
on
time,
some
bro. Look at
days?
this guy. See this? The way he says things offends me all the time.
That's very fucked up. I didn't like how you said that
No,
either,
no,
actually.
slip
I'm on
back
David's
as in
side of it.
like you slip back, but you still kept it in check, and it takes discipline.
Listen,
Look at my
just-
finger right now.
Listen,
It takes discipline,
See this guy?
and you doing it.
listen. I don't ever want to
That's
hear
a good thing,
shit
no?
from
That's a
you.
good
All right? When I first met you, I witnessed you get a fucking Asian hate beatdown.
What's the problem?
Yeah.
What's the problem?
You know,
I took it for the team.
when we saw that, I felt viscerally mad. Like
Oh,
I was like upset. Like we
I
were
was
both
upset.
fuming. In
I'm
the back,
sorry,
bro.
man. Fuck. I
We were
apologize.
fuming in the back.
I did my best.
You did do your best.
I didn't do my best.
You have
I'm
no
sorry.
hate in your heart. That's your problem. Like even after that whole debacle, even after everything else, you still say nice things
Okay.
about the guy.
Yeah,
Two
for
things.
sure.
Can I tell you something?
Okay.
There's 2 things why there is no hate. there is sadness, but there's no hate.
Okay.
But there's two things. One thing is because I met you there.
That's true.
All right, what the fuck?
Okay, that's the first thing, I guess. Okay,
Continue.
Look at my eyes.
Okay, continue. I want to know. Continue.
What's
Okay.
in the eyes? I don't know.
All right, what's number
Continue.
two? What's number two?
The number two is it made me, after I talking to my therapist, it made me know that because I was like, I always questioned. I was like, man, am I a bitch
Yes.
or not trying?
You didn't need
We're
therapy
not
for
trying
that.
what, though?
You could have literally just called me one day and be like, am I a bitch? I've been like, yes.
Yes, and then hang up.
Fire your therapist, and then I would have hung up on your ass.
Fire your therapist.
Yeah.
I'm your therapist
Yeah,
now.
he or she doesn't know shit.
This is why I need a therapist.
Yeah.
Because of guys like these.
Yeah, me too.
No.
Me too. Me too.
I
Yeah,
am
yeah.
not a bully. Continue.
Yeah, okay, so you're the biggest bully.
No, okay. And now you're calling me fat again. Continue again.
Dude, David is a life coach, but only with like negative reinforcement.
That's not true, you fucking idiot. Make something of yourself.
Hey, yo, dude.
But sometimes it works though. Negative reinforcement works.
I think
though.
I only respond to negative.
Me too.
I was telling this fool one day, we were at the gym. I kid you fucking not. One day I just woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, where would Nick be if he never met me?
That's very true. I still be training
What do
people.
you mean? You be training?
I just be training
When I
people.
first met this guy, dude, this guy, you know, like when you say the phrase like piss or get off the fucking pot, this motherfucker, I swear to God, is a man of zero action.
What?
So much ability
I
and
can't
talent
see
to do
that.
things. And he would just sit there, just contemplate like he's fucking Socrates. Like, you stupid bitch, go do something about it.
Oh, it hurts because it's so true.
He was like, all
This is
right.
what I talked to my therapist about because
Wow.
of David. I talked to my therapist about David too. How he fucking
Dude, that's
he
cra-
shines a light on me, bro.
Can I just say this first? Congratulations, man.
Hey, thanks, man. But honestly,
No,
though,
because I can't see you just to contemplate and no action.
I am. I'm a massive overthinker. I'm a huge overthinker.
And just sit there and do
Yeah.
nothing. Bro,
Yeah,
congratulations, man.
Honestly,
Seriously,
yeah,
that's
I'm
really
a man.
hard.
That is true though.
But you have action now.
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying.
Yeah.
It's not there 100%. Let's be real. But
And I
I'm
get
trying.
mad at him because he reminds me of me. So like, I think I do the same thing he does. So, but
No,
he's
it's-
worse than
yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
anytime, and I've talked about this a lot, but anytime this dude, even when he asked me to do the podcast the first time, I was like, asking me to do his podcast. But David's trying to do things for me and try to put me on game. But in my eyes, I'm like, find somebody else, dude.
Because you're not just because
Find somebody else, dude.
you think you're not good enough.
Yeah,
but
that's
you
what
are.
it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Now we're getting all gay and sentimental, dude.
Yeah,
You're
you're
not
not
with it,
penis time.
This
Huh?
guy, hey, this
You
guy's
don't
gonna
say
be
penis
huge,
time
bro.
to me ever again. Did I
Okay,
tell
can
you
I explain to you?
No,
Okay, you say your thing.
Okay.
Say your thing, dude.
Say your
I've
thing.
only brought him on this podcast because this is my therapy. I had to talk to my therapist
You gotta
about
get some
this.
gripes off your chest.
Okay, yeah, we got some shit to say, and I've been waiting quite a while to bring him on this podcast. To talk
Quite a
about
while.
this.
Quite a while.
And I'll tell you this: I didn't even want to bring you on because you were my abuser. so this is like 2020 right now.
Are you lying? You're exaggerating.
You
a little.
sexually assaulted David, bro.
One time, twice. How many times?
Okay, you know when
You
you
lost
talk to
count,
friends,
dude.
you know when you talk to friends, right? You joke around, you make jokes. There's a couple of things that happen. When he and I have conversations, we say some salacious shit, crazy things,
Talk about
right?
it, like what?
And so I forget that when I talk to him, that it's only a conversation between me and Jason, and most normal people don't talk like this. We don't say these things to normal people. I've lost so many friends because of him. Like, I legit wrote this thing, and I wrote it as a joke on my Instagram, but it for real happened. Like, we were just joking around on Instagram, and I didn't turn off that mode. And then my friend who just got, well, former friend now, who just got a nose job,
Bro.
right?
That was so funny.
Right? And I just was like, all I simply wrote on her post was like,
Nah,
look,
don't do that. It wasn't that simple, bro.
Yeah.
It was. That shit made me go, oh.
I gently wrote in cursive.
Gently wrote
I said,
cursive.
your nose is so big, it looks like you could smell trouble with that thing. Right?
oh.
That's all I said.
Oh.
And I was like, Singa. All right?
I got her.
Yeah. Suddenly, I go back to her page. I'm blocked. And I'm like, what? Why? Why am I blocked?
You're about to be like,
Why?
how many
And
likes
I'm
did this comment get?
Well, this is what happened. So we have reconciled since, and she apologized to me. She said she just was a little sensitive about it because it got a lot of likes. And then a lot
I fucking knew it, dude. It's a fucking singer, bro. It's a good sing.
a lot of likes. And the problem with that is too, is like when you make a joke online, people just start to pile on. So I wrote that nose joke. Somebody else wrote a nose joke. They said, one of the funniest ones that I read that somebody wrote was, they said like, wow, your friendship really took a nosedive. And I was like, damn, dude,
That's a
this
good
is
one.
fucked up. And then Eric Griffin writes a comment on my page and he just writes, she could probably blow her nose with a towel. I was like, damn.
That one's mean. That one's mean, dude.
And listen, I started something. And look, after we reconciled, because I thought it was so funny, I reposted it on my page, but I didn't say who she was.
Yeah.
She blocked me again.
What? She blocked you twice?
Twice.
Oh my God. Wait,
So
did you reconcile again?
Yeah.
No.
Are you gonna
She had
seek
a
it out?
restraining order on me. You have been ruining my friendships. Number 2, this is the other thing. I'm confronting my abuser, 2020 style. This man showed me his penis and I didn't want to see it. I was joking, Jason. We talk. We're talking, right? We're DMing, right?
You wanted to see
and I'm
it.
like, something. Show me your dick then. LOL. Ha 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 ha. Clearly, it's a joke.
Yeah.
This video
Clearly, it's not clear.
First
by the
of all,
way.
this video is the weirdest thing ever. He's like in like the Comedy Store or some shit. He's in the back.
He's
I
on
see
stage.
him. I see him with other people. And if you guys haven't been to the back of a comedy room where comics wait, there's a bathroom in the back. I see him giggling like this, like Cloverfield style. You know, like it's a documentary. And then I'm like, where's this fool
Cloverfield
going?
style.
I see him in a bathroom. He low angles the video. His dick is out, and he just starts slapping it against his leg.
Oh, why'd you slap it against your leg? That's too much, bro.
It's ASMR is the thing.
Oh, you know he likes the sound.
He likes the sound.
Yeah,
I have
Listen.
to give him the full experience. Exactly.
It's very good.
I
Ding,
literally
ding,
went
ding,
to a
ding, like
pizza
that.
spot the other day, and they were kneading dough, and the sound reminded me of your penis.
No,
I
it didn't.
couldn't fucking.
This
eat,
guy
dude.
can't make love anymore, bro.
I couldn't fucking eat. Whenever a fucking seal claps their hands, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Anytime skin slaps on skin, he fucking
Yeah.
freaks out.
Okay, can I just
How you gonna fix
explain
this?
it? Can I explain it?
You have a cadaver penis. Continue.
What's a cadaver penis?
It's covered in formaldehyde.
It looks like
It's
dry aged
formaldehyde.
beef. Continue.
It was a little dark that day. It was bad lighting, but it's not that dark.
Explain yourself,
Explain
dude.
yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna explain it right now. I've been trying to figure out what it is with the penis thing.
All right, go ahead.
Like
Okay.
why you have a
Why
thing
I
for
have
it?
a thing for it.
Why you like
Okay?
doing it?
I was talking to my sister about this.
Okay, that's
a good
weird,
person
but
to have a
continue.
conversation with.
That's, yeah.
Yeah,
Is that
normal.
before your mom or? Well, go ahead. Continue though.
He was next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, she was next.
Yeah.
She was next.
Hey sister.
Mom is next, yeah.
Mom is
my
next.
penis.
Why do you think I like making jokes about it with someone?
Yeah. So
Okay.
after you kiss your sister, continue.
I don't kiss her. So this is
Sounds
the thing
like
with
you
the
kiss her.
penis.
Guilty, dude. Guilty.
Yeah, yeah, you kiss her.
Guilty as
Yeah,
charged.
you kiss her.
I didn't kiss her
Don't smile at me like that after you say that.
one time. No.
They'll never defend me in court, bro. I'm going to jail for real.
Yeah,
dude. He didn't do it. Like, oh, dog, what the fuck?
He looks at the chair and he
didn't
goes,
do it.
He didn't do it.
Maybe not. So the reason why with the penis is because the thing is 2 reasons. One thing is so that I'm getting to it, Nick.
no, I'm not doing anything.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Sometimes it
This
takes a
was a
little
Dragon
bit.
Ball Z episode where nothing happens for
There's
6
like,
episodes straight. Go ahead, continue.
Okay, so
I'm not gonna look at you.
one of the things is well, you fucking scratching your head right now. It's not coming out. Is the thing.
Okay.
Okay, so one thing is when I wanted to show that like if everybody is vulnerable, then we could connect.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's not everybody, and that's my second point, is that even though most people are not physically outwardly, and I could respect that, even though Europeans are a little more outwardly, but the villagers whose dick and penises and the titties is on the outside, most of the time, the titties, right?
Yeah.
Right? They're still on the outside, but I feel like that's normal. Like we should just be like more naked and more like inward and outward, and then we just go, see, we're the same people.
I have a
We're
question
just
for you.
people.
Do you think the villagers, like in their loincloth with their dick out, they just
Uh-huh.
lift it up and they start slapping it against their thighs? Do you think they do that?
Okay, let me tell you something. You yes and what I just said. You do this, you go against it, and now I'm sad.
No, I'm just asking you. Like do you think? Or
No, you're right.
they
You're right.
slap their titties around
Okay,
like
the
this against
slap
their
is
shoulders?
extra. The slap is
Yeah,
extra,
yeah.
but to me, it's like a bonding experience. You
Do
know
you,
what I
do
mean?
you feel closer with him after you guys did that?
But do you know what I mean though? I don't want to force you, but that's why like I think Korean dads, when they're like, hey, come and scrub them back, it breaks a barrier.
David's blinking so slow right now. It's crazy.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? So it's like no sword. You're not hiding a sword in your pants.
Listen,
Via
I've never
FaceTime,
been
dude.
sexually assaulted through a
Okay.
DM before.
I apologize.
All right. No, it's done. I have been going through extensive therapy. I literally can't hear this sound without screaming into a pillow.
Wait, can you really?
What? Make that noise right now.
Yeah, see, it checks out. Have you guys FaceTime since?
Oh, we will never FaceTime ever again
See, the
because
damage is
now
done,
I'm
Jason.
scared.
I apologize.
There's like literally a tribe in Africa right now.
Yeah.
They're cringing as you speak. They're like, we don't do that. I don't know.
We don't.
I don't know. I don't know what he is talking about. I don't walk around and do other people.
That is so low.
This motherfucker walk around. All he do is walk around, tell people, papa, pee, 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 pee. I don't do that. This is what they're hearing right now. People in Europe are very mad at you right now. They're like, we don't do
Cancel
that.
David. That's culture appropriation.
That is
Got him, huh?
Got him.
Oh yeah, you got me. Yeah,
Got
you got
his
me
ass.
really good. You got me into extensive therapy. That's where you got me, you stupid bitch.
Do you go to therapy?
And also, here's the other thing. I don't feel special because you do that with other people too.
We're good friends though.
Who else
For
did you do that
example,
to?
Patrick Riley.
Yeah.
I love Pat.
Okay, who else? David, Pat.
Pat and my friend Dexter.
Okay, Dexter.
Okay, that's
I
not a
know
real
him
person, but
since-
continue.
Dexter is a real person.
That's the most fake name I've ever heard in my life.
No,
My friend Archibald. Yeah, fuck you, dude. Dexter? Who's Dexter?
my friend Airlight. Oxygen cabinet.
You piece of shit.
No.
When's the first time you showed somebody your dick that wasn't
Nobody. No,
Dude,
you know
shut
what?
up, dude.
I lied. Let me think.
You're lying.
I think I showed okay, on the bachelor party, somebody else's bachelor party, we were in a golf cart and we were like 5 and 5, and I was really drunk and I showed my dick to the public.
Well, you said 5-on-5?
Because five people on one golf cart, the other
Oh, I see.
I
Oh,
thought you guys were fucking.
Yeah. It was a 5-on-5 orgy.
5 men on 5 men.
Yeah.
Orgy.
10-man orgy. Yeah.
Yeah, I show it then, but it was really cold and it was.
It wasn't a
drunken.
good representation of
It
yourself.
wasn't. It wasn't. I just wanted to say that. But
Let me ask you something else too.
Yeah.
This is what I'm also going to ask you.
A lot of gripes.
Why?
But does that make sense though? The naked thing earlier,
You were slightly hard. Why?
I wasn't slightly hard.
That's impressive then.
We went from the
That's
green room.
impressive.
That's what I wanted to show you. It
That's
wasn't big. I don't, ladies and
Are you
gentlemen, boys and
proud of
girls-
your penis?
No, I accept it.
That's cool. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
I'm not proud of that. I accept
That's
it.
a great answer, actually.
I have a slightly I have a slightly below average size penis.
Hey, me too, man.
This fool saw Pat's dick and he just felt ashamed of himself.
He was like, what the fuck?
Dude,
Apparently Pat's dong is gigantic.
dude,
course
it's,
he does,
it's
bro.
like a
Of course.
fucking water balloon.
Oh, dude.
Like, it's like a water balloon, like just relaxing.
Dude,
It's
I've
like
always
a
known.
beanbag.
I've always known Pat had a fat old
Is it
dick.
hard or soft is what I'm saying.
Soft.
Okay.
Like, it's like flooded.
This fool yelling at me and shit.
Stop yelling, man.
I didn't give him that dick.
Hey,
the
whoa,
hell are you
dude.
talking about right
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
Soft.
He's like mad at you. He's mad at you.
It's like a garbage bag with water in it.
a garbage
got
bag with water.
And I was really upset.
Yeah, you're pissed.
And the dude, his girl then was right there too. And I was like, bro, why do you got to show it like that and be so comfortable?
Yeah.
I'm not exaggerating. It's like a garbage bag with a lot of water in it. And it
Have
just
you ever
flooded.
showed Pat your dick?
No, dude.
Or you guys never done?
We
I
don't
know, you
do
be-
that, bro.
I don't know. You be showing your ass a lot though.
That was like early 20s, Nick. I haven't showed my
that
ass.
was literally like a couple weeks ago, Nick. I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Okay.
Well, why
okay.
you
All
like
right.
showing-
Okay, dude.
This
See,
fool
you
loves
have a
showing his
thing.
ass.
Why you show your ass, man?
Because I think it's funny when I'm walking away and then like say we're like in a group of friends and then I'm walking ahead of the group
That's
and
like-
then like I'll pull my pants down but then pull my shirt all the way over and then like I'll just hike it up real quick and then it gets laughs. I think it's a fun time and it's like harmless. It's like, oh, but everyone has a butt.
yeah, everyone
But
also
if you
has
show
a
everyone,
penis.
no, not everybody, dude. Not everybody has a penis.
Not everybody, but a lot of people.
At least maybe half of the population.
That's
has a
what I'm
penis.
saying.
Yeah,
So
you're right.
then
Who is Dexter?
is
Yeah.
my friend. I've known him since.
Whenever you say things, it always sounds like you're lying.
It does. It does.
Who is Dexter? Person.
He has a nose.
Human.
He also has a penis.
He has one eye plus another one. Together, 2 eyes.
he has two.
Buy one, get one free.
You're
One
the
plus one
worst,
eye.
dude. I want to see you just witness a crime and just piss off a cop the whole time. What did the person look like? He has mouth. Okay, what else besides a mouth? Face. What else besides face? He breathed. Like, dog, fucking Miss Swan over here from Bad TV, dude. He look like a man. Oh yeah, he looking like a man.
Bro, Miss Swan.
You're
I don't know
Miss
who Miss
Swan,
Swan
bro.
dude.
You
You don't know who Miss Swan
I don't
is?
know who Miss Swan.
You don't know
yeah.
who fucking Miss Swan is?
Dude, sorry, I didn't have a childhood. Okay.
Not in the States, at least.
Yeah. But Miss Swan is nice. She's a person that you're gonna tell me who she is right now.
Miss Swan is so in Mad TV. She played so Alex Borstein, which I didn't know she wasn't Asian.
Yeah, she white.
She's Jewish.
Oh, shit.
Borstein. With
Oh, yeah, duh.
Oh,
right?
shit.
But she did a really good impression of like an Asian nail salon lady. So I always assumed that Alex Borstein was half Asian, but
She
she's
kind of
not.
look it too.
She kind of looks
She can
Asian.
pass. She's
So
Asian passing.
she would imitate like the Korean lady who does her nails, and that's how she developed this lady Miss Swan. But Miss Swan would always do shit like you, where every time somebody would come in and ask her something, it's like, "Oh, who did this?" Oh, she look like a man,
I forgot that's what the bit was.
dude.
I don't do it like that. Though.
When I first saw that
Close.
shit on Mad TV, I was crying laughing.
It was so good.
It was so fucking funny. You can't do that nowadays. No.
No.
She'll be canceled immediately. What about you, fool?
What?
You piece of shit. Why do you talk like that? Hers is a character. Dude. You're fucking real life.
Yeah, in real life, you don't talk like that either.
Yeah, I think
You just like to piss us off on podcasts whenever cameras are on.
because I get a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And also,
What do you feel
what do you
uncomfortable
mean?
about?
What do you mean with the thing?
I feel like
What
on
do you mean by that?
when we're not on camera, we have
Yeah.
normal conversations. Like where I'll
But
ask you a
also it's
question
just
and then you
fun,
answer
though.
it.
I'll be
It's
honest
fun
with you.
to say-
I've never had a normal conversation with this guy. Dude, earlier on camera, every time he says something to me, it sounds like he's trying to piss me off. Like
No.
literally.
Wrong.
Like I'm over in Hawaii.
I never
trying
say
to-
this.
Listen to me. I'm over here in Hawaii trying to open up a fucking business, right? And the way he says shit pisses me off.
Like what?
He goes, so you do marketing, right? So what do you do? And I'm like, wow.
No, I'm just direct, like because I'm really curious of what because I would like to learn.
Yeah.
Like, just like the camera thing, I was like, and you try to teach me stuff, and I like to learn because I'm like, oh man, like these are information and things that you could learn from a person who does a thing that
Yeah.
you don't do.
I see
And
where
it's
you're
a
coming from.
Genuine
You just
curiosity.
Don't take it personally, bro.
You literally just said a whole bunch of fucking nothing right now.
What?
Hey, I understood what you were saying, bro.
to learn, right? You talk to somebody who knows something, and then that's how you learn. Don't be
Wait.
fucking doing. You talk like a vlogger, dude. You don't vlog when they're on camera. They just literally have nothing to say, so they just describe shit.
No,
it's like, hey
I
guys,
swear-
you know, this is a pillow.
David.
I rest my head on it.
David.
You know when you get sleepy, right? You know when I had a pillow as a kid. Pillows. You fucking piece
How
of
many
shit.
O's is in their pillows? But I swear to God, it's because I like to learn. I'm not lying. I don't do the vlogger voice. I don't do this genuine
How
thing.
many years have you been in? Wait, you were born in Taiwan, right?
Yeah,
When did you come here?
14.
Damn, you came fucking late.
That's not that late.
No, that's pretty late, dude. Now that explains a lot.
That's
A lot
not
of
that late.
formative years are in Taiwan.
That explains why you're so like straightforward with like you. There's like sometimes like that lost nuance when you learn a new language,
Yeah.
right? But did you learn how to speak English in Taiwan?
Yeah, but everybody learns English in Taiwan. Everybody, yeah, because they have English classes, but you're not fluent. You still like, my dad speaks English, but his accent is very thick still. But I wanted to assimilate, so I did. I try to speak as fluently as possible. I still have an accent a little bit, but I try not to because I wanted to be cool. But the thing is, what was I gonna say? I forget. But yeah, but I wanted to learn it for reals. Yeah, I wanted to learn the thing.
Okay, so when you came here, right? Where did you learn how to speak English? Like
You think I'm disingenuous?
I think he does. I think he does think that.
I'm not.
this fool has yelled at me twice already on the podcast for no goddamn reason? I said nothing. Listen,
Okay.
because most people when they learn a language, right? They kind of learn from like, for example, for me, when I was 2, I clearly learned how to speak English from watching TV, and it was from like Mr. Rogers. It was from like Sesame Street. Like, what was your thing?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. Is Rush Hour. One.
That makes
I
so much
watched
sense.
it every single day for probably almost every single day, definitely over 300 times for over a year.
What's your favorite line?
See, that
from the
explains
movie?
a lot. So, because we were in the car, right? One time we were in the car, and I touched the radio.
Fuck out of here.
He's like, you ain't never touched a Taiwanese man's radio. Jason, what the fuck is that
dude.
about?
He sounds like Chris Tucker, bro. That's what it is. You sound like Chris Tucker.
Yeah, sometimes it comes
You
out.
sound like Money Talks Chris Tucker, bro.
Sometimes it comes out.
I always wanted to go to Square Mardin.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, continue.
No, you're not gonna fucking disrespect me and then,
Hey, clap back,
and then
bro.
say go ahead,
Clap
continue.
back,
man.
dude.
Continue.
I don't have anything right now. Maybe a little
Why
bit.
Rush Hour though?
Why not?
I really liked it because it was so funny. And I loved both of the characters. I really loved both of the characters. And also, I don't know what this got anything to do with it, but my roommate was black. And I really liked he's just so cool.
He was like, why do you keep following me everywhere? Okay, so I watched this movie called Rush Hour, right? And I need you to dance with me.
I need you to dance with me.
Yeah.
He just plays war all the time.
Wah! Wah!
Yeah. Yeah.
Where did you learn that? Twisting Tiger.
You want Camel's Hump?
Camel's Hump. I don't want to trouble. So that's why you start like Jackie Chan, huh?
A little bit. No, sometimes I feel like I have like different characters when I express things.
Yeah, like what? Like what are some of the
Like
characters
sometimes
you
I'll
draw
have like an urban character, like a black accent.
Okay, I want you to imitate a black person.
See, that's what. No, I'm not gonna do that now.
Okay, well,
all right.
Let's do it.
But
Let's
like,
hear
what's
it.
a situation when you would use that accent?
Let's hear it.
I don't know. Like when I'm
Hang around a bunch of black people?
no, never that.
Let's hear this racist rendition
Why
of a
not?
black American man.
Especially if there's black people, I always do the opposite. I always try to be as proper English as possible.
Okay, let's try this
You
out.
see some black dudes, he's like, what's up, my brothers?
I know.
How are y'all today? Bunch of jive turkeys?
You go back in time.
yeah. 70s though, 70s.
We'll walk around with a handful of pistachios, start doing that shit.
What's up, baby?
What y'all young is about to get into today?
You dig?
You dig? Y'all better than that now.
Just sassy, bro.
Walking around here sagging your pants. Y'all better than that. We came up. Pulls a piece of cardboard, starts shooting dice against it. Who trying to shoot some dice? So you code switch the opposite way.
Yeah, I do the opposite. I do the opposite.
Hello, young
Because I wanna
gentleman.
re-
You do that?
Yeah, because I want to respect it.
Yeah.
I want to respect the man, and I'm more conscious of like I just want to try to be myself.
Mhm.
When there's an African American man
Or when
or
you do
woman.
like chocolate sundaes or
or
something.
woman, yeah, I try to. Yeah, I don't try to do it. The voice,
Okay.
the accent.
Nick is a young black American man, and I want you to speak to him.
Genius Brain by David So is brought to you by BetterHelp Online Therapy. My friends, unfortunately, life doesn't come with the user manual, so when it's not working for you, it's normal to feel a little stuck. That's how I feel sometimes, but after I speak to my therapist on BetterHelp, it helps me out a lot. Maybe it sounds like I'm saying this too much, but I really, really do enjoy BetterHelp Online Therapy. And you know what? I gotta tell you, your boy doesn't know everything, of course, as you've seen on this podcast. But the crazy thing is that sometimes when I feel like I'm crazy, I talk to my therapist and, he helps me kind of just navigate the shit in my head. Like life is hard, man. And when you feel like you have nowhere to go and you need somebody to talk to, that's people outside of maybe your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, or whoever that you're with, or even your closest friends, your therapist can really, really help you out. And if you haven't tried therapy, try BetterHelp, because honestly, you get to learn a lot of coping skills, self-empowerment. And if you have like empowerment, and if you're dealing with trauma, honestly, therapy is the best. So just, give it a go. You have nothing to lose. As the world's largest therapy service, BetterHelp has matched 3 million people with professionally licensed and vetted therapists online, and it's super affordable. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to match with a therapist, and if things aren't clicking, you can easily switch to a new therapist anytime, and it couldn't be simpler. No waiting rooms, no traffic, no endless searching for the right therapist. Learn more and save 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/genius. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/genius.
Hello, Jason. My name is Jason. How are you today?
Sorry, I don't talk to black people.
He nailed it, dude. He nailed it.
I'm just joking.
He nailed it.
Everybody, I'm just trying to have a good time. My first movie, I love Rush Hour. I love. I
don't hate black people. I love Rush Hour, dude.
It gets worse and worse, dude. It
I love fried chicken.
continually gets worse.
But Korean fried chicken.
Yeah, Korean fried chicken. Yeah.
Not that.
It gets worse and worse every time you speak, dude. And I don't
I'm sorry.
understand how you fucking do it.
I apologize. I apologize. I already
Sorry,
apologize.
I don't talk to black people.
I apologize. It was a joke.
That's a good joke.
That was a hard joke.
Hi, I'm Jason. I'm scared.
He just locks his car door.
Click. I'm scared. I'm so scared.
Oh my God.
Please don't touch my radio.
I like the Beach Boys.
Because I feel like if you're not authentic to anybody, they sense it.
Yeah, they can smell that shit out.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, if you're not authentic when you try to.
Yeah, it's weird though.
Try not to.
I think for 100%, everybody code switches though. Like it's very fucking common. I think it's weird when people code switch and it's hyper apparent. Like for example, like I've definitely seen like a couple of people who are like in the YouTube world. Like so there was this girl. We don't kick it anymore. Got a little weird, but either way, every time she was around like any fucking black dude, black girl, black woman, or whatever, it was literally the fucking worst rendition of like how media portrays black Americans, right?
It's offensive.
And it was so hard to watch. And like her husband, I would always look at her husband and he was just be like, oh my God. Right? Legit. Because she does music, a lot of like the music, she's very talented. And the music that she creates, a lot of producers are black. I shit you fucking not. She'll be talking to somebody else, right? Like, oh, how are you? How you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And one black person walks by. And then I said, girl, I was like, you ain't finna do this. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here just cringing so fucking hard. And by the way, too, and I feel like the people around her are being very kind, but you could tell they're just kind of like, oh, okay, laughing along.
They're
with
uncomfortable.
it. It's
just
super
see it on their face.
fucking uncomfortable. And I remember one time where we were all drunk and I was looking at her. I'm like, why do you do that? Right? And then she got really upset. She goes, you're not the only person that grew up with black people, David. And I'm like, that's not what I was saying. I'm saying like you code switch super fucking hard and it's very uncomfortable. She goes, and this is the most awkward thing that she did. She gets her phone, she goes into her Facebook, right? And then she shows
all her black friends?
all of her black friends on Facebook. And it's a high school picture of her on like the Stomp team. And I'm like, this is so fucking awkward right now. I can't stand this. She goes like, I know black people too. I was like, that inadvertently just sounds racist to me. I don't know why. And that moment has burned in my head because I think like certain people too, they want to be accepted so fucking hard that they don't know how to be comfortable in their own fucking skin. Because I code switch a lot too. Like I code switch in the sense of like, if there's a white person around me, I definitely try to like, hey, how's it going? Like, you know, I wide it up a little bit.
Well, for like
that's my version of white person.
Well,
go
for
ahead.
works, so I think sometimes it's not that it's necessary. I just feel like it's probably beneficial to code switch for work, because then if you do a certain type of thing, they may not accept you or like respect you if you don't try to be as proper as possible.
Let me ask you guys this. This is a very interesting thing I was thinking about. So for you two, right? Because now you guys have a little bit of notoriety. People know who you are. People have asked you for pictures and stuff now, huh? He's cute.
It's
nice.
weird.
always
It's fucking
plays it
weird.
down.
It's really weird.
Hey, Nick, can I touch your ear? All this weird shit.
I haven't gotten that yet.
Yeah,
that's a little wild.
They're gonna do it. They get a little drunk, they'll do it. So, have you guys ever experienced like relationships in your past before you started getting like notoriety and doing what you're doing, where these people hate you suddenly out of nowhere? Have you experienced that yet?
Not that I know of.
I feel like you have always had the same solid group of friends,
Yeah.
so you're pretty fine with that. What about you? You gypsy?
Fucking gypsy, dude.
Why do I gotta be a gypsy?
Because you travel around so much. So like, has anybody ever?
Duh.
Yeah, idiot. And you sell trinkets on the road.
And you live in a caravan.
Yeah.
Can I wear tie-dye shirts? I don't, but I honestly, my friends I don't have that many friends, and I have some friends and I really love them. And so I don't really experience that, but people are definitely different though. Like if you have anything, not even whatever the thing is, even just a small success, people talk to you differently. And especially in, I think anywhere, any entertainment or even just in any business world, if you have like some sort of success, people talk a little bit differently to you. And the switch is so obvious. Like before, I would never get places that would never book me and they wouldn't talk to me, even smile.
It would just spit in your mouth when you walk by.
Almost.
Hi, open up.
Yeah.
As you're going high.
Yeah.
My bad. I thought you were an ashtray. They just take their cigarette and put it out in your mouth.
Yeah. Here's your pay for the day. Yeah. But yeah, it's really obvious that some, not all, but it's obvious when, but to me it's crazy though, because it's not even like,
it's not like you're doing anything different.
Yeah, and it's not that doing anything different, and I'm not like a different person, and also I really don't feel like I'm not like, because to me, I have nothing is the thing. I always feel that way.
But you're talking about specifically where you see it the most is when like club promoters or people
Club promoters, because they're like, oh,
this guy can fill up a room.
Yeah, fill up a room, and
They have something to
make
gain
money.
Yeah.
But yeah, because of that. Yeah, but
How does that make you feel? Does that make you feel used?
No,
Does that
but I
make you
just
feel
feel
some type of way.
A little bit.
Yeah. How does that make you feel though? Like for real?
But I always feel, but I knew that it was always going to be like that.
Yeah.
But the switch is just so apparent that I'm just like, oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
But it's still
Did
weird.
they talk to you different? Like, are they like a lot more buddy with you?
Of course.
Oh.
Of course. Yeah.
It's like, hey, Jason, how you doing, man?
Yeah.
Hey, killing it. Like, the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
You
before
literally
even
put a cigarette out in my eye yesterday. I have an eye patch on that I can't see.
Dude, you have a story that you told us about that one time you were doing a show and dude, don't touch me, man.
I just wanted to connect with you.
You can connect with me. You were doing a show and for the picture that they used Music Never Sleeps, Jason Cheny.
Jason Chen's show. But it wasn't, I swear. Dude, the poster was so big. It was, bro, David, Nick, it was the size of the door. It was the size of the door.
You know what's so fucking funny though? It's like,
that's like you go to Jumbi Matcha and just my face on the fucking thing. It's like, this is not me. It's like, what the fuck you mean?
that is hilarious, dude. Oh,
Yeah.
well, at least both of you guys are Taiwanese.
And you guys kind of have the same name, kind of.
You know, he's 5'1".
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but it's cool though. I just trying to have a good time, man.
And I don't ever want to hear you complain about a poster being fucking nowhere, dude, which I've already talked about it on the podcast where you fucking ambushed me at Harvell's. I will never, ever forgive you for that.
Dude, I have so
When
many
you made this guy do
questions for you,
stand up?
Yes. And I told you I have crazy anxiety.
I know, but I always forget that seriously. How could you forget? I always forget because
you watch
just
the set?
maybe hide it so well. Of course I watched the set.
Was it pretty good?
It was good.
He threw popcorn
It was
at me.
good.
And I ate it on stage. I went,
It was like it literally felt like you didn't leave the stage. But the set, I know it was a workout. Because it was a workout, I'm like, that looks like somebody that just like working shit out as well.
I literally had no material.
The return of David So to the stage.
But that's what I'm saying. I
baby.
knew it was natural. That when he did it, I wasn't like, oh man, he's like, wow. I wasn't like that. I was just like, yeah, me and Pat were both in the back, like, oh yeah, of course. Yeah, like, why was he tripping? Because you're just like this, like on the pod or anywhere else.
I want to sock you in your chest so bad. You're such an Asian parent. This fool will just text me and be like, when are you going to fucking do stand-up? You're going to just be a loser your whole life?
I don't say that.
Yes, he does. I have the fucking
I say
text.
this life. I didn't say whole life. I said this.
Hurry up and fucking do it. I told you I'll do it. Dude.
Because it'll be a good time, dude. You jumping matcha is just fucking powder in the water, dude. And what's his name?
Don't you disrespect my Jubi matcha like that, dude. All right. It is more than just it's a 100-year-old farm. It's stone ground. It's delicious. It's earthy and smooth and robust.
I'm so busy. I gotta do marketing. The powder in the water.
All right.
I gotta stir it.
How come it looks like you're milking a cow, you fucking idiot?
This is where a matcha come from.
Fucking buff for no reason and shit, dude. I never see a man with all that muscles and you do nothing.
But that's what I'm saying. Just come and do it, man. It'll be a good time is the thing.
I told you, next year, I promise you. Let me tell you something.
It's coming around the corner,
David So never breaks his
next
promises.
year is in 2 months. You keep on saying next year is like 5 years away.
Yeah. Okay.
Fucking guy.
Okay.
Next year, dude, is like in 8 weeks.
Listen.
It's in about 100 days.
Next year, listen, I'm working on some things. Okay.
Okay. I respect it.
And it's gonna happen. It's gonna be the Genius Brain Tour. I'm gonna host it and then you
No,
will
dude, you
headline
can't
it.
host
And that is
it.
what's
Oh,
going to
Jason
happen.
Cheny, the headliner,
I
my
wanted
boy.
to bring you up. It would be so fun.
I
to
want
bring.
to be a host. I like hosting.
Okay.
All right. So I will host this whole comedy tour. It'll be you, it'll be Pat, it'll be Chris. And then you guys have to fucking kill it. Because if you don't, it's my name, you pieces of shit.
No pressure. But
Dude, that's gonna be
David
sick.
say he likes to host because he doesn't want to headline it because he's being a little bitch.
See, that doesn't work on me. I saw you got beat up in real life, so it doesn't really matter.
So if you're headlining, how long
but
is your
you would
set? If you're a headliner,
45 to an hour. I like to do 55.
55.
Yeah.
Right
Like
in the
50,
middle.
Man, I
55.
can't. I've only done like one time where I went like 45 minutes, and it's long.
It's really long. It's
Yeah.
really long. But if you keep doing it, it's fun though, is the thing. And especially people I know you is the thing.
Have you shot a special yet?
No. I want to. I would like to. Yeah.
Am I
Like the near
interrogating
future?
you? That's
Yeah.
a very simple question.
It was,
Have you shot a special yet? Oh God, Jesus Christ!
it was a very troubling no.
You
Well,
never
just a
touch a
lot.
black man's radio. Your default is just rush hour fucking
Just
quotes
Chris
now.
Tucker lines.
Yeah. Oh shit!
I want to is the thing. Yeah. But I think I'm also insecure. Like I'm like, man, I want it to be so good. And because you're always evolving and growing. And sometimes like if I in like 6 months I look back, I'm like, no, I could have done that better. But I have to get over it. But also I don't want to, because I work on it so hard. I spend so much time on it. And now I have this mediocre after I talk about this with all other comics too. Like after 9 years, 10 years of working on it, and now it's mediocre. And now if I put it out and nobody watches it, that will make me a little bit sad.
You think nobody would watch it?
People will watch it.
You know, I
dude.
don't know. Like nobody knows. Like because people have specials out on platforms and it doesn't do well, and that hurts. And now you got to do a next hour. But I'm always working on new things. But
Dude, I've literally offered. I mean, this is what it is. Like, there's a lot of people that I try to push forward. Right. A lot of people are full of shit though. There's a lot of people who are comics who I genuinely believe like they kind of like the anonymity, because the anonymity allows you to kind of do what you want without the fear of failing. Right. And I've talked to like other comics too who have been doing it for a very long time. I was like, listen, I'll use my platform. Like I'll take your special, I'll put it on my thing. I'll give you all of the ad revenue from it. Right.
Wow.
If you just need eyes.
Wow.
Right. Because if it's something like that, we'll just put it on my channel.
Yeah.
It'll be all your credit. I'll give you all the ad revenue for that specific video.
Wow.
No problem. And literally 2 people haven't called me on that. And it's like, you said you were ready.
Yeah.
So if you just want eyes on it alone, we'll put it on my channel and then I'll produce the whole fucking thing for you.
That's really nice. You don't have to do that, but that's really nice that you have an offer.
You need a personal assistant?
That's
I'll be
really
your
nice.
fucking personal assistant.
But you know what? Also, this is a deeper dive. I don't know how long this is, and I'm getting a little nervous because maybe it's towards the end of the thing. It might be too long if your pod. But this is another thing is that
dude. Just share your feelings, bro.
yeah, I'm gonna. So but this is another thing is like I forgot another thing. Hello, anybody home?
No, that's literally what it's like when he talks. It's just a person in his head going, anybody home? You talk like Andre the fucking Giant and shit.
I just thought
Anybody want a peanut?
anybody else? Another thing is that sometimes crowds, because I listen to your podcast with the Jesus and with other comics as well, and some people's like, because you're so nice to your friends or people who you appreciate, and sometimes you're like, oh, Jason's so funny, but it's like it's so subjective. And yeah, you know this, like comedy is subjective, and sometimes I'm like, because for example, if I perform in front of a crowd that is over 50 years old, I'm not going to get the same reaction if I perform in front of an Asian American crowd. If I crush in an American crowd and then I bomb, like you could go like, I could adjust my style to better fit a 50 and above crowd, but those material and the way I perform is going to be very different than how I would want to perform as myself in front of the people who know who I am and accept me. Does that make sense?
Oh, 100%. But that's why I'll shoot it for you. Like when we shoot the special, you're going to do it like 5-6 times. And then we're going to cut from 5-6 shows. Like when you do these stand-up specials, it's not from one show.
Yeah.
Same,
5, 6 is a lot.
It's literally 4 or 5 shows in the same place,
Yeah.
different time, and they get the right laughs in the right
Yeah.
crowd.
Yeah.
And at the same time, too, because it's like a performance aspect of you doing it like that, it's going to be a different vibe and feel. What I figured out, too, especially watching like Kevin Hart, right? When I watch Kevin Hart on TV, he's not that funny. But I've been to that same set where I watched him live.
So
and I was
good.
in tears.
Yeah.
laughing,
Yeah.
right? A lot of the stuff doesn't really translate. Some people's comedy, they don't translate well on screen.
You're right.
And it kind of sucks. And Kevin
Yeah.
Hart happens to be one of those people.
Mm.
I've literally seen Kevin Hart perform live 3 times.
Mm.
That's how funny I think that he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And I saw that same special for some reason on TV. It doesn't translate.
But also venue matters too.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, venue, and then how they edit it, like because sometimes because the audio, if you just have one mic for the crowd, it sounds a little flat. But then if you if you have 15 mics for the crowd and then layer it
Pops
together,
better, huh?
but not loud, but just if it feels like more you're in the room.
Listen, I've seen. I'm not even sure if people remember this, but Dave Chappelle did the Mark Twain Award thing, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys see the original cut that was on PBS?
No.
So I saw the original cut that was on PBS. It is vastly different than the one on
It sounds like he bombed or what?
So
Because there's no laughter,
so
right? in
there
the
was
crowd.
no laugh.
Yeah.
So they added laugh tracks and specifically one comic.
But do you think laugh tracks, or was it just from the room?
Sometimes they'll add laugh tracks for the one with the Mark Twain Award
Yeah.
for Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
The comic that went up and bombed
Yeah.
was Tiffany Haddish. So Tiffany Haddish in the PBS one, right? Which if everybody gets a hold of this shit, I remember this because I was dying watching her bomb. She was making these jokes, and like specifically, you could tell she was very nervous. And watching her perform, and I didn't think the jokes were funny. Listen, Tiffany Haddish, I think she's hilarious. Like I've seen her on like movies and stuff. She cracks me the fuck up. But specifically, that performance, she did this joke. She goes, "Yeah, I met Dave Chappelle. And I met him. He was like, I'm Dave Chappelle, bitch." And then she did that joke. Dead silence.
Yeah.
And then she continued, made 3 more jokes, dead silence. But in the Netflix one, they added a laugh track.
Wait, Netflix, but same venue and
Same venue,
Oh,
same
got it,
everything.
got it, got
And they
it.
started cutting videos of like Dave Chappelle laughing. In the PBS one, it was just her on stage and fucking dead.
Bro,
Yeah,
you know what's
yeah.
crazy? Because you were saying this, they added the thing. Recently, we discovered a comic. I'm not gonna say his name, but he performs in his living room. Okay, and he makes the background looks like he's on stage. Bro, the laughs, the laughs that he picks for each punchline is so good. It literally looks like when I watch it, I go, oh yeah, he's just comic. But he never performed on a stage until like more recent.
Whoa.
But the clips go viral and people are like, oh my God, he's so funny. So now he sells tickets too.
Whoa.
But then he's not doing a long time. He does like 10, 15 minutes at the end and he puts like 7 comics up before. But that's so crazy that the technology and because the laughs, you can't, if you add like a weird laugh in like a small punchline, then it sounds weird. But he's so meticulous with it. And then the way you react to laughs as well, he's so good. But that takes a little bit of like craziness.
Oh, 100%.
Because if you perform in a fucking living room, you're like, you guys are so crazy. You guys are so good.
You might as well just fucking perform on stage.
like he's doing
right?
crowd work to a teddy bear.
Little tea party for fucking 50 stuffed animals.
That's what I'm saying. But that's
a
so
crazy
good. Like
person.
the things that people can do
That's
now.
crazy.
Right?
The cool thing about comedy is though, is like he can go ahead and do these shows as much as he wants.
Yeah. That's one thing you can't cheat.
You can't cheat loud.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah,
cheat it.
right.
So when he has to do that 30-minute set, or when he has to, when somebody comes up and be like, "Hey, yo, here's money.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna pay you this big amount. Let's sell out a fucking stadium."
Yeah.
And he goes out and then he has to do an hour set, and it's the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
He's going to tank. He's gonna get that one check and he's gonna disappear.
Yeah.
That's just how
You
it
can't
is.
cheat it.
That's what I like about comedy though. It's so honest. Either you're funny or you're fucking not,
Yeah.
right? Like we could knock, like, you know, we talk about Brendan Schaub all he wants, but he has a fan base for a reason. He's making somebody fucking laugh, right? Not me, but he's making, no, that wasn't a knock. That was not a knock. That was just honest.
I know it's not a knock, but
Okay.
it's just funny the way you fucking set it up.
Yeah.
You're a comedian, dude.
Yeah, so, you know, not me. But
You're a piece of shit, dude. You're a piece of shit.
nah.
We're gonna ask you next. Don't fucking you fucking wait, dude.
I deflect. I'm ready to deflect.
You know, he's worked his craft. The thing is, he's working his material to the point where the people who follow him, they like them. They fucking find them funny. And comedy is very, very subjective.
Yeah.
Somebody like that, though, that's faking the laughs, they don't even know when the good pocket is. They don't even know how to form their material.
Yeah.
And you can't fake that. You just have, like, even when I went up to Harvell's, like, the first beginning was so hard because I couldn't feel it out. And it took a little bit. I was like, okay, I'm feeling it out a little bit now, right? But how would I have done that to teddy bears?
Yeah.
I would have performed it like how I would have performed it, and I wouldn't even know if it's funny.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes like in your head, when you think things are so fucking hilarious, you perform it and it bombs. You're like, oh, I'm not that funny.
Yeah.
Let me take that joke out. How do you do that when there's nobody there?
And like when to add the laughs, right?
Exactly. It's just terrible. There's so many times where I thought something was funny and I was like, this is going to get them. And then literally I just go home and I cry.
But you know what though? But maybe another crowd would like it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's what I was saying about like, that's why sometimes I'm like, there's a median. Like you have to choose, I think. You have to choose like, do you want to make everybody laugh all the time and just be an all very well-rounded comic, like a comedian? Or do you want to say the things in your heart and accept that sometimes you bomb because of that? Those aren't the crowd that really appreciate you. Like
I like that one. Like I think before I was the other way around.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is that I think there's a skill in it, right?
There is a skill in it.
There's a skill in learning how to like look at the crowd and say, ages 40, 30, 20, 20, I got to mold this joke this way. It'll hit, right? I think the problem with that though is that it's very exhausting. Like it's so, it tires you out, right? Because you're not really focusing on your joke now. You're changing the joke for these other people, right? That's why like I appreciate somebody like Joe Coy. Like Joe Coy has pretty much done the same jokes for the past like 10 years, just a different flip of it, right? But Joe Coy's not trying to appeal to the everyday person. He's appealing to the Filipino crowd.
Yeah.
If you've ever been to a Filipino, who the fuck is this, huh?
This fucking guy, bro, on his own podcast.
I can't believe it. Very disrespectful to himself.
I was saying something profound.
But Joe Coy.
You know, the touch of blackness radio. That's my go-to nervous tick now.
But like when you have like when you're crafting jokes and you're figuring out like, okay, these are my bangers. When you test them out across different crowds in different cities and whatever, do you have jokes that you like? Oh, these always hit.
Yeah, but you could totally, why they hit because it's so more like broad, more generic, or more like relatable, and the jokes are so simple that you're like, there's no nuance to get. There's no.
Do you ever have the temptation to chase that like?
Of course, mindset? In the beginning, I did that. I was like, I just want to be the funniest on the lineup. It doesn't matter what I said.
Yeah.
Even though if I'm making fun of myself, my heritage, I don't know why I say heritage.
That's fine. What's wrong with that?
My parents' scrolls.
My family name.
My family quest.
My family quest?
I haven't heard heritage in a while.
What? My family quest. Quest or crest?
My family quest.
Yeah.
Both of them. Yeah, I did that. But this is the thing. If you chase that and then you bomb, you're left.
Now you're back to square one, right?
Nothing.
Yeah.
But then at least like if you say something in your heart, but there's a double-edged sword, because if you say something in your heart and then you bomb, at least you're like, well, I said what I wanted to say. But then I always tell myself, I'm like, well, are you just making an excuse that you're saying what you want, but then you're not funny? Are you not funny because of that? But then, so sometimes I'm like, oh, you have to, if you want to sharpen it, you're like, no, it doesn't matter. You got to tell yourself, it doesn't matter. This is not your crowd, but get them.
Yeah.
You just
Win
be the
over.
funniest today. Yeah. Be the funniest right now.
So like say you have a premise that you feel like.
Try to fuck myself.
Okay, that's fine too. But if you have a premise that you're like, okay, this is what I want to say. This is what I want to put out to the crowd. Do you ever chase that like, okay, it bombed, but I could rework this to try to make it funny, or no?
That's the thing. That's the best thing to do. But the thing is, I feel like everybody has a style and they go, well, this is how I say things. But also stage time is so scarce when a person like myself, it's not at the level where you could go up wherever you want. And also there's a pressure of like people watching you. There's a pressure of like, would I get booked back? And also you only have 10, 15 minutes. So if you have 10, 15 minutes, I could either rework this joke or try new things or tighten up other jokes. So then you have to choose bangers. Like, your bangers. And then you still have to get them. So it's like, you try to prioritize every time you go up, like, do I want to rework the jokes today? What is my goal today? And then you go, oh, today I just want to kill no matter what. Then you have to hit that goal. But then you never feel good. The only time you feel good is if you have an hour and you go, I have 5 new jokes I don't want to do, and I want to do a little bit of crowd work, and I want to do the old jokes, and I want the whole set to be good, and I want the ending for people to love me and have a really great show, and all of them have to hit, and that never happens. They're either like your crowd work was garbage, or your new joke didn't work, or your old jokes, it wasn't hitting like you want to, or you fucked up a thing, or whatever. There's always a thing that you're like, oh, I didn't hit this thing, so you're never happy.
Yeah.
When you have a really good set, is always like an accident. Yeah, it's always
You're
like
what the
crowd's
fuck
too
happened?
good.
You got to figure it out why you got so many laughs or something like that.
Yeah, or like the crowd's too good. You feel good. You're like, oh my God, that was a fun
funny.
time. But you're never like,
That
oh
crowd would have laughed at anything.
Yeah,
That's what
who
you
the
do.
fuck cares? I'm useless.
Yeah.
I swear to God, that's how most
Yeah.
comics feel, or a lot of them.
There's
Maybe
definitely like
never.
those weird moments too where I look back and I think when you first start doing stand up, because I started when I was like 16, right? It's like you try so hard to make everybody laugh at every given fucking second, right? That you don't ever allow yourself to breathe or think.
Yeah.
And I remember like this moment where I was like a little like disgusted with myself was when I stopped doing this. And this was later on, right? Where I was like, anytime something bad would happen, I saw a crowd that was white. I knew if I did like any type of Asian accent, they were going to laugh. And I always went to that shit. And then I remember I sat down one day and I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, because if they don't find me funny and they're not laughing at the joke, they're laughing at my people.
Yeah.
Right? And I just felt really gross.
I did that too.
And I hated that shit. And that was like one of those moments where I started watching like people like George Carlin, Chappelle, and I'm like,
George Carlin, that's a really deep cut. But sorry to interrupt you, but I just want to say real quick, George Carlin, if you listen to his things, I was talking to my sister about it that I kissed one time.
More than once for sure.
More than once.
let me tell you about George Carlin.
Okay,
Okay.
Can I share something with you?
Okay, but the thing is like, he doesn't crush it, but he's saying some shit that people even remember and recall till today.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because he's saying in his heart, and there's no way George Carlin will crush a crowd harder than some of the comics that we like today, but he still is funny. You can't take away his funny. Sorry, I just want to say that too.
Yeah, he's saying stuff that's important to him, right?
Yeah, to him.
And like he paces himself really well. I think that's what I like about Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle doesn't sound like he's doing stand-up, right? He sounds like he's just telling a fucking story and you're cracking the fuck up.
Yes.
I think that's what I also liked about like I watched Shane Gillis' special, right?
He's really funny.
Shane
he's
Gillis
so
just looks
good.
like he's
He's
just
so funny.
talking.
Yeah.
And that I think that is the key that makes you a great stand-up comic. And I'm like, how do I get that?
It's so seamless.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
How do I become so effortlessly funny where I'm not making jokes? I'm funny.
Yeah.
I could make anything fucking
Yeah.
funny.
But you are like that though, honestly.
Not on stage.
Nick too. Nick too. You both are like that.
Hey,
Seriously.
he's gonna do stand-up, dude.
Nah, dude. I'm a personal trainer.
No, you got to choke people out. You're busy choking people out.
I'm too busy getting choked out.
You're too busy choking people out.
Too busy getting my foot locked.
But you're so funny, man.
I
both
thank you.
both of you
Appreciate it.
have
Thank
that.
you.
But like,
For
when I
reals.
watched Shane Gillis' stuff, right? I was like, people were telling me it's so funny. And I watched it, dude. There was a point I was crying laughing.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
I haven't laughed that hard in the special in a
That special
really
is so
a hot
good.
second, dude. Like when I watched Chappelle's special, I laughed like that. And I saw Shane, I was like, oh, this guy's like the one.
Yeah.
He's hella good,
Yeah.
dude. Like despite all that other stuff that people didn't like about his podcast shit or whatever, people make mistakes. It's not
People
like he's
make
out
mistakes.
there like going
No.
like, no, I deserve to say that shit.
Yeah, that shit's
no.
over, bro.
Well, whatever. You're
Yeah.
a comic. Go be funny,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
could be mad at somebody and they could just not do it again, and I'm fine.
He
with
just
it.
got.
Yeah, and his
He's got-
intention wasn't to.
Nah,
at the time, he's just trying to be funny. You know the intention.
Yeah, I think it was.
Of the
And if
guy.
you look
His
back
buddy.
into it, was his buddy that was way worse than him.
Yeah, that's
like,
what I
I
felt
think
too.
Shane was just kind of like bouncing off him.
Mm.
That other guy was a little weird, but like when I saw his stand up, and at first I went to watch his stand up because I wanted to see his sketches, and his sketches were cracking me the
Sketches
fuck up.
are so good, dude.
Yeah.
The OnlyFans dad is
Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
It was so fucking funny, and I was like, dude, this guy's stand up
didn't
has
see
to
it.
be good.
Yeah.
Saw that
Yeah.
shit, I fucking cried.
Well,
laughing.
even like the sketches, like you haven't even seen sketches like that in a really long time where it's like it ends perfectly. The premise is easy. Like you pick it up and it's really funny. And then even his stand up, like he kind of reminds me of like a Louis C.K. style. Because like
Yeah.
when Louis up there, he just sounds like he's just talking and kind of like shooting the shit with everybody. But then he hits you with a punchline. You're like, holy fuck, that came out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
dude, that shit was cracking me the fuck up, and he put that shit like, and then you have somebody like Andrew Schultz. Andrew Schultz is like he's
Yeah.
just having fun,
Yep.
right? He just looks like he's having the time of his fucking life.
I
up
feel like
there.
when you're up there, I feel like the same thing.
yeah,
I feel like
now I try to do. I mean, I always try to do that, but you know, you have bad days. Good
no,
days.
of course.
Yeah.
But
and that's the thing too. Like nobody ever talks about this besides some big comics, when I hear them, they're like, dude, I fucking went up. And I'm talking about big comics, right? Like they have a gajillion specials. They're like, I ain't get any laughs. I'm like, damn, how do they deal with it?
Yeah.
Right? Because people have an expectation of them being so funny.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I tried some new shit the other day, 15 minutes, not a single laugh.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, how did they deal with that?
But I don't think they care because honestly, I care now. Sorry.
No, go ahead. I was gonna say something small, but I was just gonna say, like, I think for those guys at the highest level, it's like they do it for the love of the game, probably, right? Like those guys are doing it because it's like, oh, I love this shit.
Yeah.
Like in any
say.
industry, like the guys that make it to the top is because they love that craft more than anything. So I feel like for those guys, I think if your heart's not really in stand-up comedian, you're just in stand-up comedy, and you're there just to kind of get attention and all that shit, you're probably not gonna make it that far. But the guys that like hang to the very top,
it's stand-up comedy.
What I say?
You said stand-up comedian.
Comedian?
You fixed it, but I just wanted to point out that you made a mistake.
You've ruined my
You
craft.
made an error.
I'm sorry. Hey, I won't do it again. I'm sorry.
I
won't touch your fucking radio again.
There you go. That's a nervous take. Just do it right now.
Your fucking black man radio.
Don't you kiss my sister. It's my sister.
Dude, don't
Don't
worry.
you kiss
I
my
won't.
sister, Square Mardin.
Don't worry. Square Mardin. Go filter fish.
Go filter fish. Square Mardin.
What the fuck were you gonna say, man?
I can feel the fish distracted me.
I did. I fucking put you up.
You were saying what you were saying?
That doesn't matter.
The thing of
How's
how
the highest level?
guys at the highest level, but I feel like they also do it because like sometimes I don't even, not that I don't care to bomb, but your goal is not to, you're like, fuck it if I bomb because I just want to fix this joke. I don't give a fuck about the famous fucks. They don't care about a 300 people crowd. They're doing arenas. So they're like, I don't give a fuck if I bomb here. That's why Chris Rock just reads his shit. He's famous to do that because they're like, he just like, I just need to know if this works. So there's no, like, that's what I was trying to explain to you, that you shouldn't care because you're just trying to fix a joke so that when you take that into your crowd, now it's ready. Now you should care.
Okay, but listen, I didn't have any jokes to
You
not
don't need
care,
it.
You piece of shit.
You don't need it.
You set him up, bro.
All you could have said was like, hey, let me tell you something.
But it was a good time. Look at my finger.
Let me tell
Hey,
you
are you
something.
glad you did it though?
No.
You're
Let me
not
tell
glad you
something.
did it? You're lying, bro.
Listen to
You're
me.
glad you did
Hey,
it a
don't
little
you
bit.
point your dirty, gooky finger at me, dude. All right. All right.
A lot of fucking fingers being
all
pointed
right.
right now, okay?
You fucking gefilte fish square Mardin.
Square Mardin.
I don't like that
What
shit.
is Square Mardin?
Dude, I thought you watched Rush Hour 300 times.
No, one.
You never seen the second one?
No, I seen 2 and 3. But
right,
Square
dude.
Mardin is which
It
one?
was in the bloopers. It's the famous blooper where he couldn't say Madison Square Garden. He goes, I always want to go to Square Mardin.
Come on. It's funny every time, dude. Anytime you say it. Square
the
Mardin.
blooper is so good.
You didn't even know about it, you fucking liar, dude.
I did.
Don't code switch on me right now.
Is that third or second?
Second. No one saw the third one.
I really have a glimpse of it. I had a glimpse of it.
I've never heard somebody say I've watched something 300 times, but you don't remember anything.
One. Is that number one?
It doesn't matter. How many times you watched 2 and 3 then?
I'm probably like 20 times 2.
That's a lot, dude.
I forget
20
stuff,
is a
man.
lot of anything.
I swear to God, I watched 2, 3. Yeah.
I've watched White Chicks probably like 100 times.
Watched the other day.
Yeah.
Still holds up.
So fucking
So
funny, dude.
Yeah, still holds up.
I love it.
I am
Move, bitch.
freaking pissed. Arnold Schwarzenegger, hilarious.
Really
dude.
good. Really good.
Come on,
He
dude.
said his last name.
Okay.
I never heard somebody say it like that.
This guy's never seen White Chicks.
You gotta watch
Oh,
White Chicks.
I did watch White Chicks though. I did. Okay, I didn't know. I don't remember that line. Is the thing. I just remember the seafood platter thing. The seafood when they were eating, and then she's like, keep eating like
Oh,
a
the
bunch
quiche?
of what the
He takes her dinner.
ribs and stuff. Yeah, she takes her dinner. Yeah, and he goes back to the house, and that's really funny to me. And it's just like
When you talk, it sounds like a kid describing his day. That's
Today?
what it is.
Today is nice.
It's like, what did you do today, Jeremy? Okay, today I woke up. I had a drawing, and then I draw this, and then I draw this, and I made a dragon, and I
draw
said,
this.
and then I
You
look
got his
at-
eye movements
I look
down.
at the girl, and I was like, "Hi, I'm a boy."
I am a boy. I am a boy. Jason Cheny. That's a quote from Jason Cheny, dude.
Put that on a shirt. That's the name of your special. Hi, I'm a boy.
I am a boy. Dude, it's not that funny, man. I'm really sad right now.
That's how you talk. That's how you talk, dude.
I am a boy.
And then I wake up, I had a chocolate bar.
Captured you.
I was like,
very
yeah, mate,
fucking
that's chocolate.
perfectly.
That's very good.
He captures everybody very well.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that wraps up this episode of the Genius Brain Podcast. Jason, where can they find you?
Please find me at Jason Cheny, Jason, like the Power Ranger. And Cheny, Cheny. And
Not the cross-eyed 5'1" guy.
not the cross-eyed
Is he cross-eyed?
singer.
He looked cross-eyed. You didn't see that? You train
I
him.
don't think so.
Dog, one of his eyes is lazy. One stares at you, the other one stares at his nose.
I wasn't expecting that. I'd be looking in my eyes all the time, and he's not that cross-eyed. I'll check again. I'll get back to you.
Trust me, the one goes off.
He getting hands though. So.
Yeah. Hey, dude, you got to tell little T-Rex hands. They ain't go anywhere, dude.
All right, end the fucking podcast.
Okay. Jason Cheny, Cheny. Your
Please.
podcast, plug it, please.
Cheny podcast is Before You Die with me, Jason
Great
Cheny. Thank you so much, David, for having me on the pod. And Nick, it was really nice to see you on the podcast.
I always like hanging out with you, Jason. Even though you say you don't want to hang out with us,
I do
I
wanna
always
hang out
enjoy
with you.
hanging out with you.
Me too. It's just really far. Okay, you're gonna plug your thing?
Plug your shit, idiot.
You
See,
Nick
this
Deere.
is what I'm talking. We just
Nick
talked
Deere.
about this. We literally just talked about this. I'm trying to promote this guy. He goes, "Oh, my name is Nick. I guess you could find me somewhere."
Dude, I'm here all the time. Whatever. Nick the Ear. You guys know.
Yeah, but there's new listeners every time.
NTEtraining.com.
There you
Go to my website.
fucking
Go to my website.
He is a
If you need coaching,
trainer.
hit me up. I got
He
you.
has coaching. We're talking about jujitsu. We're talking about boxing. He actually was an amateur fighter. He's a brown belt in jujitsu. Also, too, he
that's
has a
crazy.
degree in kinesiology. The man is a personal trainer. He can get you right. Hit him up. He'll be square.
That's how you plug things.
Yeah.
That's how you fucking plug. I'm gonna get better at that. You know what? I'm gonna get better at that. I apologize. 10 years fucking later, you know? Should I just press this button right here and end
Jesus
it?
Christ.
I just
Genius Brain every Sunday at 12 p.m. I'll see y'all next time.